Hello and welcome to the Galad knitting circle. My name is Jana and today I'm coming to you from the Erzgebirge, which is a nice mountain area here in the southeast of Germany. And yeah, so we're here on holidays for a week, and yeah, I thought I would record a little episode for you here and show you my knitting projects and finished objects and yeah, other future crafting plans that I have. So yeah, this mountain area is very known for all their wood crafts actually. So that's just really beautiful here. You find a lot of little figures and things, and it's very known for especially Christmas decorations, those little Christmas figures and wooden angels and things. And yeah, that's just something I really enjoy in here. And for example, this one we bought now for Easter time. It is just a little mill, and you put it on top of the fireplace, and then through the warmth it actually rotates, and then you see the little Easter bunnies going around. And things like this is very common for this area. And yeah, so let's start with the knitting project. So first, what I'm wearing, this is the Strýta from the book Knitting with Icelandic Wool, and this is knit in Alafosslopi, and I knitted this already quite a long time ago. It was one of my first Icelandic jumpers, and it is very, very warm and really nice. It has just a nice yoke going around, and yeah, a bit of color work here on the sleeves, and also down here on the body. And yeah, in the book there's also a version that is a cardigan, which is a long cardigan until the knees. I also knitted that one for my mum, but it's the same pattern here in the yoke. So yeah, I have another Icelandic finished object, and that is this big jumper. That's what it looks like. So here it has this rolled neckline, which I'm going to sew in, and then here it is a raglan construction, so it was knit bottom up, and then here, just before the body and the sleeves were joined together, it has a bit of a color work. And yeah, so this is knit in the Alafosslopi as well, and yeah, it's just, I think it's a really nice pattern, and it's from one of those Lopi knitting magazines. Yeah, I will put the name down here. And the only thing that I'm not so happy with is, because I knitted those sleeves on the magic loop, and now here the color work is quite tight. It's a lot tighter than the stockinette, so that I'm really not so happy with. I tried to block it out, but it's still a bit. So I'm thinking about redoing them, but yeah, let's see. That's just something I'm not so happy with, and next time I will just, if it's color work on the sleeves, I will do them on the double pointed needles or the small circular, but not on the magic loop, because that's just, when you always go around, you have to pull the cable quite a lot, and then it's hard to keep the tension even. and yeah, more likely to pull the yarn. Yeah, so another finished object, well, I mean it's 1.5 finished object, is those socks. I hope you can see them. Those are the Sunday socks by Petiteknit, and I knit them in the recommended yarn, which is this Peruvian Highland wool by Filcolana. And yeah, so this is 100% wool, and yeah, I just really like these basic ribbed socks that has here the ribbing on top of the sock, and then stockinette down here, and just a very basic sock. And so I knitted these two in the kind of a rust colorway, which I really like because it has these really beautiful specks in it. I don't know if you can see. I just think it's really beautiful, the yarn. And now I'm knitting another pair in this kind of a grey, light grey. It's also the same wool by Filcolana, just a different colorway. And so they are not now finished with one sock, and then I'm currently knitting the second one. And yeah, these are fairly quick to make, these socks, and I really enjoy to knit them, because yeah, it's 4mm needles that I'm using, and that's just really quick. Not like those other socks where you use the fingering yarn and then it's like 2mm or something. It takes a lot longer, and these are really quick to make. So I think it's a really nice pattern also for gift knitting or something. I think I'm gonna knit a lot of these socks also for Christmas maybe. And yeah, so that's that. And then I have a new whip to show you, and it's not much to see yet, but yeah, it's getting there. And that, so this is the body. It's a bottom up construction, and it is the design by Mary Wallen from this book, Shetland, by her. And this is what it's going to look like. So I'm now here on the color work down here on the body. So it has color work here on the body and on the sleeves, and then it's just stockinette all the way up. And this I knit in the Jamieson's Shetland Spindrift, the recommended yarn. And yeah, so this is fingering weight, and I'm currently knitting the color work on the 3mm needle, and here down here it has the moss stitch for the edging, and that I knitted on the 2mm circular needle. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying to knit this, especially this yarn. I find it so beautiful. It has all these different shades of color in there, and yeah, it's just a really beautiful yarn, I think. And yeah, this is going to take me quite a while to finish, but I'm actually really enjoying having also like a bit of a slower project, and yeah, a project that I really enjoy, and yeah, then I don't mind it taking so long to knit. So yeah, this is a really beautiful project, I think. And I think I forgot to say the name, but it is called the Muckle Roe. Yeah, so yeah, let's see how this is going to turn out. And then I'm knitting another jumper, and this is no pattern, this is just something I made up, and this is what it looks like so far. So it's just those stripes, and then with the zigzag inside of the stripes, and this is knit in the Petiteknit garn by Sandnes Garn, this one. So yeah, I just have had a few of these in my stash, but not enough to do any pattern really that I've seen, because I just had like 3 of this and 3 skeins of this color. So what I did, because we were going to go on the train and then just needed a project, quick one, so I just made up this pattern really quick and drew the color chart, which is not too hard because it's just always the same lines, the same zigzag, and I just drew this little drawing and then do the color sheet underneath. And yeah, so this is going quite nicely so far. I really like the colors in here, especially this rust color, I really enjoy it. And yeah, so let's see how this is gonna go. So my plan is to do a drop shoulder construction, but yeah, let's see, I might actually run out of yarn, and so yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Yeah, but this is that project, and this goes quite quickly. It's a bulky weight. It's also, this one is also made for felting, so you can felt this really well, which I'm not going to do because then it would shrink a lot, but that's what you could do for slippers, for example. This yarn is really nice. Yeah, so I think that's going to be a really nice jumper actually. And then lastly I have a few acquisitions to show you, because we've been to this yarn shop yesterday, a local one just here in one of those little villages, and yeah, there was a yarn shop that was mainly selling yarn for dyeing, but also selling a lot of roving for spinning. So it was really all about all kind of fiber crafts. Yeah, also the stages before the knitting, which I find really interesting, and I would love to learn more about it and also start more doing my own dyeing and my own spinning. I do actually have a spinning wheel from my grandma, but it seems to be broken, and I will have to give it to someone to get it fixed. But then I would love to start my own spinning, just because I find it so interesting to then go from the raw wool into the knitted, through all the stages with spinning, dyeing, knitting, until you have a finished garment. I find it very interesting. And so what I did there is buy these undyed skates. This is just the sock weight, sock yarn, and so these were fairly cheap, just undyed sock yarn, and I bought these dyes for it, and so this is a dye that works with vinegar, and so the woman told me all about it, that then how to boil the yarn with the dye, so I'm gonna try that out. I'm quite excited about it and see how that works. So this is one grey and one is yeah, Bordeaux red, and and then let's see how this is gonna turn out. And yeah, I think it's just so cool then to make socks with these hand-dyed yarn. But I will keep you updated on how that's going. And yeah, hopefully in future I would also really like to get more into the natural dyeing, and I would find it so interesting to dye the yarn with all kind of natural dyes, like things you find outside in the garden. I would really like to do that. So yeah, first I will try it with this dye, and then in future maybe make my own dye. Yeah, that would be something I would be really interested in. And I got these two skeins from there too. So these are hand dyed by that lady who owns the shop. And I just think it's really beautiful, this mustardy color. And here is one cotton yarn, which I thought would be really lovely for some kind of a summer top. It has all these different shades in it. And yeah, these are the two I bought there in the shop. And yeah, I just thought that was really beautiful, and I'm really excited about dyeing my own yarn. And yeah, so that's it so far from my side. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you're finding some comfort in your knitting wherever you are, and I hope that it brings you some joy. And yeah, you can leave a comment if you like what you're knitting on. I'll be really interested to read that. And yeah, let's keep knitting. Bye.